What about now? What about now? Did that fix it? Good. Okay, cool, cool. I was like, what do you mean no sound? Okay, we got good bit rate. You're getting duplicate information? All good now? Okay. Okay, well, good to hear it. Thank you very much for assisting me with that. Are you still getting duplicate information? Sounds like Robo's saying all good. We haven't heard back. Like, how much of a delay? Of course, there's going to be a delay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, there's always a little bit of a delay. Just between streamer and viewer. It's like 10 to 30 seconds. Oh, you have me on Twitch and YouTube at the same time? Dude, tell Ron, man, I appreciate the support. Thank you for going above and beyond and having me on both platforms. I appreciate it. Okay. Glad to hear we got that all sorted out. How you guys doing today? That would be an idiot error. Oh, you just got the notification? Oh, okay, okay. We've been live for like 5 minutes, so that's all good. Oh, you're testing. You were testing Once Human all day. How is that game, man? I've heard a lot of good things. The one major negative I heard about it is something about the server. It sounds just like, you know, World of Warcraft or Lost Ark. Like, you pick the wrong server, your buddies pick the other server, you level for a little while. That's what it sounded like. Are you locked into a server, though, RoboPower, or do you just got to create a new one on another server? You're messing with the video. Oh, that's what you mean. You're literally testing it. You just created a new one. Okay, so it's like those other games I listed. I will say it is kind of old school in a day and age where, you know, it doesn't matter where you're playing. You can just move your character over there. You have friends on different servers. Right, right. Okay, I want to see what kind of body armor do we have? Do we have vitality? So that's a vitality roll. That's a vitality roll. That's a vitality. Oh, this is actually not too bad. Except it's on a base that I don't like. Here we go. Yeah. We got this roll. Oh, right. I remember this one. We're stuck with the physical roll. Right, I remember that one. Stuck with the cold and mana roll. Let's cleanse this. What are we gonna get? Yo, Bike, how are you, my dude? I'm doing very well, CJ. How about you? How you doing over there on YouTube, man? 20% increase in damage. That could be dangerous. 15% critical strike chance. So if we do this and then do that, we cleanse. Yeah. I have one little bit of old laptop here, and I have offer for like $350. It's Asus Tough 15 with 1650 Ti and i5. It's a little bit weak, but I can optimize it. It's perfect condition. I'm planning to take it just to have some laptop. Where are you taking it? Oh, you're using a laptop. All good, all good. Trying the Rogue before jumping to Sentinel. Gonna try Paladin Sentinel first. Yeah, Paladin is the one I recommend the most. If you've never played Sentinel, play Paladin. Oh, you got one from a friend. Got it, got it. Hey, what up, Squeak? How you doing today, man? How's your cycle journey so far? Yeah, the main reason why I recommend Paladin, even above Void Knight, even though lately I've been playing more Void Knight than Paladin, probably because all the builds I was playing last cycle on Paladin got nerfed, except for like Master Yi build. Is you get Holy Aura, CJ. Holy Aura is so freaking nice. I heard about that, which made me kind of glad that I started Circle of Fortune. I was curious about trying out the market. I mean, that's frustrating because they nerfed gold. They nerfed gold again. Like, well, they increased it, but they nerfed it overall, like from pushing like really high corruption and getting more gold from there, because they didn't want like the few people having all the gold like what happened last cycle. But last cycle, that was mostly due to gold dupes. So yeah, I'm glad I went Circle of Fortune again, and you know, I'll probably still check out Merchant's Guild. I'm gonna give it a decent shake, but I get so much more satisfaction out of finding my own items. Good level 87 Avalanche Shaman. That's what I'm talking about, man. Avalanche is the way. Avalanche is the way this cycle, man. Yeah, but I did see that there was a gold exploit that completely messed up the whole system over there. But my own build is going well. I'm glad to hear that, Squeak. It's always great when you can say, "Oh yeah, I slapped together a build and it's slaying." I feel you. I went Circle of Fortune last season after the gold dupe, and saying this season started MG fully cough now in the meanwhile until the market stabilizes. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out later. I went Circle of Fortune just to see how it feels with the changes that they made. One concern that got brought up that I don't think is really going to affect me that much, but one concern is Circle of Fortune actually felt really good when you pushed super high corruption last cycle. And the reason why you're doing that is you could actually earn more favor per hour if you had a build that can do your 2, 3, 4,000 corruption. You're earning insane amounts of favor, which means more items per hour. Right? And then more items per hour, it was basically like a Circle of Fortune slot machine. You just had more gold to put into the machine. And gold in this case is favor. And so that got nerfed. They ultimately increased favor, but now it's capped. So I say that doesn't affect me because, except for one time where I played a super busted build, I don't normally ever go over 1,000 corruption anyway. So honestly, this is a win for people who played like me in Circle of Fortune, but this is a huge L for people who optimized their builds and played super high-end corruption. Oh, okay. So we did find an Omnis. I slapped it into the Nemesis here, and it got 32 poison resistance. That's fine. That's fine. That'll work. That'll do. I mean, this amulet is actually, if you factor in the poison resistance, is actually a very good amulet, except it's really lacking in cold resistance. The necrotic's not too bad because we're a vitality based Void Knight. Though I will say, with the introduction of this system, I'm gonna really be pushing to try and get an Omnis with critical strike multiplier on there. It's like a T7. Oh, that's a T6. Nighthawk with the raid. Hey, what up, Coco? Nighthawk, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing, girl? Hey, how's it going, Coco? Okay, so we did that. Let's fight the boss. All right, so chat, you're here for a momentous occasion. Nighthawk, you arrived just in time with Coco. How be bike? Bike be good, because we're about to kill the boss and face our final Harbinger. I've been doing okay, my man. Been MIA for a while. Tonight was my day back. Wanted to give you some love. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think I've seen you live for a while, so, welcome back. And I appreciate the raid. Thank you. All right. So, yeah, we just got to kill this guy. After we kill this guy, a Harbinger is going to spawn. Harbinger is one of the new bosses added this patch. And after we kill him, we can actually face the new Pinnacle boss that was added to the game. Yeah, he's his name is Formosus. Yeah, but he's basically Frosty the Lich. Okay, here we go, chat. This is the final Harbinger. I gotta really dodge that.
Endure this. Death comes. Dodge this. Endure this. Dodge this. Coward. Death comes. Endure this.
Come on. There we go. Boom, boom. What's funny is apparently the boss and I had similar play styles. We kept doing like last Epoch jousting, you know? Like, did you guys see that? We kept going, ha! Right through each other. That was hilarious. Okay. So what'd we get? Frostbite Shackles, cool. Sure. Celestial Doom. 56% of mana gained is maximum mana for 5 seconds. You cast Doom Pulse when you directly cast a Fire, Cold, Lightning, Necrotic, or Void spell. Plus 1 spell damage per 10 max mana for Doom Pulse. Holy. This is like one of the new staffs. I already got so many of these. Yeah, this is like, so they added some new items that only these Harbinger bosses can drop, and this is one of them. I'm guessing I haven't encountered one. I'm guessing it only drops when you're at 300 plus corruption, because this was our first Harbinger kill at 300 plus corruption. So, yeah, that's actually pretty nice. And we got 2 last steps of the living. And another Frostbite Shackles. Yeah, it's a nice staff.
This is it then, yes. He didn't give me the easy answer I wanted. The shade. He said that they needed me to be with. Thank you. My name is Arenthia, a knight whose sins cannot be forgotten. My brother is waiting for us.
Okay. All right, chat. We have 10 tries to take on this boss. We'll get more tries later on down the road when we earn these Harbinger eyes. They act like dungeon keys. I could probably even go earn some more right now. But the quest is go fight the boss. I have fought this boss in Legacy on some pretty decent builds. I don't think I can do it with this build without some major updates to the gear. But does anybody want to see me try and take on the boss now? I'm willing to spend 1 key for your guys' entertainment. If you're just tuning in, we've just unlocked Aberoth. And I don't think this build is ready yet. or if it'll even ever be ready, but we can certainly try. It's a pure melee build, which I've fought this guy before in Legacy. He's I don't think he's very melee friendly. What say chat? Oh, hey, what up, Otterpuff? Luna raid, yeah. Nighthawk, I've been dealing with some grief and needed time away, but I'm back now. I'm sorry to hear that, Nighthawk. Very sorry to hear that. I'm glad. I assume things are better, and I'm glad that you're back. Yeah, sorry, I was kind of distracted with killing that dude. All right. Chat is not saying anything, so I'm going to assume chat would probably prefer that I get my gear better, because that's how I feel right now. So, yeah. My vote is give the boss a shot. Okay, we got one vote from CJ over on YouTube. Give the boss a shot. Okay. Oh, let's think about this. I might need the dodge. Right now, our evade has been replaced by a crab. Do it. Do it, house. What up? Okay. Looks like we're getting several votes for I fight the boss. Okay. Or no balls. Oh, oof. That's quite a challenge, house. All right. Okay. All right. Let's just try it as is. We got one. We're doing one try. I don't think the build is ready. Here we go. We're gonna get serious here, chat. Here's our one shot at Aberoth. Good luck and have fun. I don't think we're gonna pull this off. All right, level 97. Okay gear. I mean, we got a couple good pieces, right? Like, this is probably our best piece.
Finally return to me, and with a guest. But first, prove yourselves worthy.
Aberoth, face us.
Go easy on me.
Dodge this.
Oh my god, I tried to evade. Yeah, okay. Bringing Summon Crab is kind of messing me up. Crab, fight for me. He got crushed.
do that.
Okay, well, I beat those two. All right.
Don't worry about me.
Here we go, guys. Wait, do I gotta like walk for? Oh, there he is.
Potential. Oropis would have welcomed you.
I cannot do that.
Fight for nothing.
Ah!
The void comes. Weak and worthless.
Ow! Oh my god, I'm trying to use the evade. The freaking crap. Okay. Yeah, I was like trying to roll out the way and I kept summoning crabs. I kept going crab, crab.
Do that.
Oh man. Yeah, dude. I need more hot lava. Dude, like he's gonna be a difficult melee fight for sure. All right, let's get the music back on and let's get to farming, chat. First order of business, I think we do need a new Anchor of Oblivion. Yeah, well, let's try farming some Anchors of Oblivion. We definitely need a different Apathy's Maw. Yeah, let's just... We can get all that from one timeline. Let's go. Follow the Empire. You're working on a Forge Strike build? That's what I'm talking about, House. Okay, this is at 170 corruption. So, is it like, so House, is your build like you're beefing up Forge Strike to where it's just like 1 mega hit, or like can you spam Forge Strike a bunch and do a lot of consistent damage that way? Nice attempt. I tried, CJ. I tried. Spamming. Oh, okay, okay, cool. Oh. For minion uptime. Oh, I got you. I got you. So are you using manifest armor or like forged weapons? Okay, an Aurora's Time Glass, not bad. Replace with... Well, what do we want to put in here? We can... Yeah, sure. Let's put this Apathy's Maw in there. Both. Okay. Well, let's get to our first Orbis and then try and push the corruption as high as possible. So we'll do a couple kills along the way.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Can I move?
Cannot do that.
Okay.
I cannot do that.
I guess I gotta be farming these guys too. No, we're good. Let's go. All right. Push. Where is Orbis?
Stand down or die.
Okay.
Cannot do that. down. Stand down. cannot do that.
Are you serious? Apparently. Okay, we got our first one. We're gonna get more bonus corruption if we face at a higher orbit, so I'm just gonna keep pushing past that. So we got one timeline at, what was that, 325? Yeah, okay. I wish it actually told you what your bonus corruption would be now. Like, remember how it used to tell you what your bonus corruption would be from your other timelines if you slam that particular Orbis? It doesn't say that anymore, and I don't understand why. You still get bonus corruption. It's not like they did away with that mechanic.
I cannot do that. I cannot.
Okay, cool. No. No. I mean, honestly, this one could be interesting. Let's take that. Void Cleave area. All right, Void Cleave area armor. Sure. Take. Let's go. All right, you click on this. You go to idols. Bam. Transfer. Go. Also, for my friends over on Twitch, how does the stream look? I was getting some complaints that it was like buffering and stuttering. So I actually lowered my bit rate by about 100. I was right at 6,000. I was right at the 6,000 bit rate. I have the internet for it. I got 1 gig up, 1 gig down. But they're saying it was unstable. So I looks fine. Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, I just lowered it by 100. It's now 5,900. I wonder if just being at the exact 6,000, which is Twitch's limit, what was messing it up.
Stand down or die.
Attunement, mana, attunement. Is that a decent? No, let's just keep going. Thank you very much, House. Oh, so by the way, House, is it like a two-hander build, a one-hander build? Your melee forge strike minion build? Go. It's a two-hander. Nice. Yeah, I like that Forge Guard got some good love, man.
Stand down or die.
Struggling with gearing at the moment. House, are you playing Circle of Fortune or Merchant's Guild? I'm not like all of a sudden going to be like, this is what you need to do. I'm curious. I'm purely curious because I know there was the announcement of the recent gold dupe that's affected the Merchants Guild market. Your circle of fortune. Okay, so you're in the same boat as me. Right, so you got to find your gear. So, you know, one of the best ways of doing that is pushing corruption so you get more favor. But if you're trying to gear it, you might have a hard time pushing corruption. I got it. It's a catch-22.
Stand down or die.
I think this build in its current iteration could probably do 350 corruption with comfortable ease and probably even 400 corruption. It needs some new gearing. I've never got a corrupt. I've not ever got a character to pushing corruption. Oh, I got you. So, what's your goal with what's your goal? What's your goal with the character? Are you trying to do 200? I mean, that's my hallmarks of a successful build. Can it do 200 corruption? Is it fun? The end. I mean, everything else at that point is bonus points. You've never seen 100. Oh, I got you. So you never been to Empowered's? Do you just like staying in regular monoliths? Probably your. Okay, I got you. You've touched Empowers. Got it. That's about it. I got you. Hey, if you're having fun, man, have at it, dude. I look forward to hearing about the build. Okay, we got a Decayed Skull with 1 LP. Well, I guess we can hang on to it. Like, so this is our Decayed Skull that we picked up. This is really good now. Decayed Skull used to be a kind of item. Now, assuming you can get your Critical Strike Avoidance somewhere, which is what I did, this is a great choice. Decayed Skull is actually, it feels good to use a helmet that's not a Leonine's, man. I've been waiting for Pinnacle. Seems silly that I did that now. Nah. Oh, that's fine. You know, it's a whole new adventure, right? You know, because for some people, it's like, what's the point? All you're doing is gearing up just to do the same content at a higher difficulty. Like, I understand that mindset. Like, dude, literally all I'm doing is getting stronger to do the same stuff, just at a harder difficulty. Now that there is something there, yeah, that was your mindset. Yeah, for sure. I understand that mindset. Like, okay, cool. We're getting stronger just to do what? Well, to do the same thing. Oh, hey, what up, Colonel? How's it going? Good to see you, man. My goals are get a character to 200 corruption and then start another one. Those are acceptable goals, for sure. Those are very acceptable goals, I think. You know, are you having fun? I think so. For me, my tiers have always been. Obviously, this is subjective to the person. I don't think I'll avoid some sort of smite hammered in this season. Just trying to decide which type. I got you. Well, if you would like my opinion, Squeak, I played 5 hours today, did free respec, killed 2 Harbingers. Oh, you killed 2 Harbingers. Way to go, Colonel. My opinion, Squeak, is go Lightning. Because the fire one, well, I don't know if you're thinking of the build I did, Smite and Ignite. That one, in the last cycle, it was all about getting your throwing attack speed to ungodly levels so you can proc as many ignites as possible just for the extra burn. And then on top of that, hey, you're also procking more smites per hammer throw because you're just throwing so many. Well, now that smites are capped, you got 2 mindsets. Are you going to want to try and dot the enemy, or are you going to want to try and hit them with smite? Since there's a cap now of 10 smites per 2 seconds or 5 smites per second, I feel Lightning has the advantage there because they can pack the most damage with devotion into each smite. Void could also be very interesting. I think fire... I mean, technically, you can use devotion on every one of those. Void, lightning, fire. It's just... You know, let's look up devotion right now. I'm pretty sure I got a couple. Yeah, so, I mean, you can use devotion with any smite, but it has... Within the item itself, it has harmony with lightning. Right, you get the healing effectiveness. That's not very useful if you're doing the void one because you can't heal from smite. The increased cast speed, none of them ever really use that anyway. The +1 spell damage, all of those can benefit from it. The increased lightning damage, only lightning benefits from it. Lightning penetration, only lightning benefits from it. So there we go. Question for you. Should I kill Harbingers in order of how hard they were for me, thus try and kill them at lower corruption since it goes up 25 per kill? That's what I did, Colonel. I killed the bosses that are the most annoying to me in my build first at lower corruption, and then I killed the bosses that are not as annoying to me in my build at higher corruption. So to unlock the first Harbinger, you got to clear all 3 of these, and then whichever level 90 monolith you did last, you unlock your first Harbinger kill, right? So I did the last ruin. I hate fighting Elder Gaspar. Bam, there we go. First Harbinger. After that, the Abomination is not necessarily the most annoying, but I killed this one first. Then I did the Black Sun, and I'm so glad I did, because this one was actually pretty tough. After that, I think I killed the Fall of the Empire one. Then I killed the Spirits of Fire. I wish I killed the Spirits of Fire 1 second. After killing this one, I wish I did this 1 second. This one was really tough for a melee build. Oh my gosh, this one was tough for a melee build. These 2 in particular, the Black Sun and the Spirits of Fire timelines, were just difficult for melee. I didn't really have too many troubles with everyone else, though. Oh, well, Fall of the Empire, but I killed that one pretty early. What's this cap out at? 1650. Let's do this. Lagon is your nemesis. Okay, kill him third.
Accepted. The void is all that is left. Let the void take you. The abyss calls. Can't you hear it?
Come on, lady, come over here.
I show no mercy.
Prefix shards. Let's go with prefix shards. Keep current. Go. Oh, hey, what up, Maxim? Drop 2 shields. Wall of nothing. Interesting. Okay. And then trident. Sure. Next question is, when I use the egg, you empower twice. I got 2 upgrades to frailty. No LP. It is now red. Can it be put into the egg again since it is no LP on it? No, because it's now no longer a unique item, Colonel. It's now a legendary. A legendary item cannot have LP. Only unique items. That means you got to find a different one. Wall of nothing. 12% chance to take 0 damage when hit. 76% of endurance threshold added as ward decay threshold. 64 ward per second. This could be an interesting one to use as a life build with something like a Vessel of Strife. This could be really interesting with a Vessel of Strife. I mean, 12% chance to take no damage. So you make your basic life build. Okay, this is our next candidate. Let's see what we can get on this thing. Could be interesting. If you can get like health or something, well, we shall see. Can you please get off the Nemesis? Thank you. We can't empower anymore. We got 1 LP Auroras, 1 LP Apathies. Let's go. The game improved a lot. Oh, yeah.
Stand down or die.
No, we're good. You can't stop playing, dude. Like I'm at work and I'm like, dude, what am I gonna do today? Oh yeah, we can. Dude, just one cycle, one patch, and the game is and the game was already fun before, but dang, man. Okay, let's add a new weapons tab. Then let's add a new armor tab. For the uniques, body armor, bam, belts, bam, idols, bam, keys, bam, bam. Can we actually, please? Wall of nothing. Empower. You got deleted. You got erased. What is that? Glyph of Envy? Let's go. See you later. You're addicted once again. What are you playing, Maxim? What's your class? What's your cycle starter? Isn't Glyph of Envy completely useless? No. Tis not. Okay, yeah, I'll showcase it here in a second. I've had to use several Glyphs of Envy. It doesn't help with crafting. It doesn't help with crafting whatsoever. So actually, let's take this hammer that we picked up.
Stand down or die.
Okay. Sure, let's break this down. Okay, Glyph of Envy. So you see right now we have I'm playing a Fire Wraith build with the spamming large, exploding zombies, and drain life. I was lucky to get a double T7 pair on boots for the build. Oh heck yeah. Double T7 on your boots. Amazing. Okay, so Glyph of Envy really comes in clutch when you're trying to push corruption or you just want to fight the boss over and over again without having to grind out stability, right, Maxim? So right now we have 3 Gazes of Orbis. We're at 966 stability. I think you need about 800 roughly to fight the boss, or 850. So like, let's say I want to stack a bunch of stability without grinding out these monoliths. I'm going to take an item that I do not care about. I'm going to upgrade with a Glyph of Envy. It randomizes it, and it's channeled 155 stability into the timeline I last played. We're going to upgrade it again. It's randomized the item. It's completely changed it into something else. It's randomized the affixes too. It even gave me a sealed melee attack speed. Technically, this club is not too bad. I've upgraded again, an extra 204 stability. So if you look, we went from 900 stability to 1500 without having to complete a single echo. So if you're like on that boss farm grind and you got like, 200 Glyphs of Envy, bro, you just queue in, do one monolith, do one boss, and then you just start spamming Glyphs of Envy. And you keep rinse and repeat. It allows you to just keep farming a timeline boss super fast. You're just going to need the items, but any item will do. Let's pick up this blue one right here. So now I've picked up this blue one, Glyph of Envy. Boom, 101 stability. Bam, we're near stability cap. You're welcome, Maxim. Yeah, Glyphs of Envy, they're very powerful. It's just, like I said, use it on items you don't care about, because whatever affixes were on there all get randomized, except for the one that you're upgrading. It'll even randomize the weapon type. I mean, I guess you could low-key try and use it on an item and try and turn it into something else and get, affixes on there that you might care about it, but it's too random. You're better off just finding what you're looking for, doing some crafting, or just hopefully that's it. Boom. So this is going to be useful for me because I'm almost to Orbis, and we can use a maximum of 4 gazes now. We can't like stack 7 of these and then fight Orbis. I mean, we can, but it'll only use 4. So I'm going to work my way down and then fight Orbis wherever it's going to give me the most. 14. There we go. Oh, which build? The one I'm doing? Good old Void Cleave Erasing Strike. Oh, you're a huge fan? Nice. Well, I'm doing a variation of it, but it's essentially the same thing. So far, I think my old, like, the way I had it is probably still king. I just don't have the gear for it yet. Like, I got some pieces. Decayed Skull will probably be included now that they've added armor mitigation also applies to damage over time. If you can get like a high LP, I got so lucky. This was a drop. 3 LP just running through like 250 corruption monoliths. I got a drop for a 3 LP Decayed Skull. Then I slammed it and got Vitality, Health. Big W. And then it gives 9% more armor, multiplicative with other modifiers. The base armor is nothing to write home about, 130, then plus 74 armor. But I have these multiplicative armor bonuses, right? Well, I don't know if they're multiplicative, but I have increased armor from Shattered Chains. I have increased armor from the Crab Rain, but I can't use it. I went and fought Aberoth with this build, and I was trying to dodge out the way. You know how you can like roll? Let me demonstrate it. You know how you can roll out the way like this, like the new dodge mechanic. Well, when you have the Crab Rain, it gets turned into Summon Crab. You can't run out the way. So yeah, I screwed myself. Because otherwise, this is my only movement is Void Cleave, and it's also my main damaging ability. So Void Cleave right now, since we got an Apathy's Maw with Bleed Chits, I've actually thrown 3 points into Vorpal Force right here. So per stack of bleed on the enemy, you get 6% more damage, up to a maximum of 90%. More damage. It's a multiplicative bonus, so it multiplies with all of this good stuff. You use it for a while and you switch because you like the dodge. Yeah, me too, man. Like right now, I really like it for running through monoliths because I'm already just doing that anyway. But when I'm in a boss fight, I don't want this. I want to be able to roll out the way. So you know, a Siphon of Anguish would be really good. Another Coral Ring would be really good. I've actually made a copy of this one. So if I can get Omnis with LP and I can get like a tier 7 crit strike multiplier on there, I think that would be pretty nice. Oh, hey, what up, Juan? How's it going? Doing all right, farming some monos. Yeah, you and me both, man. I need to slam casting speed on Aberoth's Wrath. Oh, gotcha. But you're scared? How many of those scepters do you have? Do you got like one and you're scared? Like, do you got like one with 1 LP on it? One with a T7 and one with 2 LP. Got it. What was the T7 that you got on the first one? Was that a cast speed? This one could be usable. Strength, health, sure. We'll break that one down for sure. Throwing damage on a melee. Let's... Bile, I got a deep question for you. What is better for scaling damage, stats or percentage increases? For example, am I better off scaling int or cold damage? The purple is an 80% increased cast speed. That's the staff that makes you able to summon 16. I got it, and you got a 2 LP. Yeah, okay. All right, Juan. What's better? Okay, well, main stat gives you. So let's use vitality in this case for me. It's going to depend on the ability you're using and how much, like Maxim's saying, how much flat you already have on it. Because percentage increases are all good. But if you have no flat to scale with it, it's not really going to go anywhere. Sure, I may have 500% void damage. But if I only am doing 1 void damage, what's 500% of 1? Or let's not be that hyperbolic. What's 500% of 10? As opposed to 100, and I'm doing 100% of 100 void damage. Does that make sense? Like, the percentage scaling's fine to a degree. But that's not your question. Your question is it better to go off a main stat or the percentage? In this case, you're talking about intelligence. So I would ask the question yourself, are you a ward build already? Because you're going to get a bonus from having intelligence. You're going to get ward retention as well as percentage increases. So here's what you can do, Juan. In my case, I'm playing Void Cleave, Erasing Strike. They both scale with vitality. And if you look per point of vitality, Void Cleave scales at 4%. So right now that's giving me a 220% increase. I could probably pick up... Well, my glass cannon butt loves ward. I got you. Gotta go to sleep. Oh, catch you later, Maxim. You take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. You sleep well, bro. So the real question would be, at 4% per point, you have the option on, like, let's say, obviously you can't put this on a weapon, but on your chest piece, like, let's say you have the ability to put increase cold damage on your chest piece, or you can take 24 intelligence. Well, no, let's move this over to my build in this particular case. I could take a max T7 vitality, or I can take a max void damage spell damage. I mean, it's going to depend, because the max percentage void damage spell damage modifier is probably going to give me more damage, but what am I going to get from the vitality? With 24, let's do some basic math. Let's pull up a calculator, right? So with 24 times 4, you're going to get a 96% increase in damage. I can already get more damage out of having something like that on my chest piece. But I'm also going to get 24 vitality, which on my build, being a Void Knight, I have this node. Instead of getting the normal 6 health per vitality, I'm going to be getting 8. So now let's take that again. Let's times 8 times 24. So I'm also going to be getting 192 flat health from that vitality, as well as the 96% damage increase. On top of that, because I'm a vitality build, I'm also going to get 24% poison and necrotic resistance from that, as well as the damage and the health and all that. So yeah, I could go for more damage, but overall, I'm probably going to be helping my build more by going with the vitality pick. Now that's going to depend on your build. If you already got plenty of ward retention because you're using something like a frostbite shackles or something else, then maybe the flat damage is going to help you more. You're going to get more benefits from stacking main stat in more areas, but you're probably not going to get as much damage. You're just going to get, like you're saying, more passive bonuses. So look at your passive tree. See if you have anything that scales with your intelligence. Right? There's an ability that I can pick up where if I wanted to use Devouring Orb on this build, if I have 90 vitality, I get double the bonus of global more void damage, increased mana regen. Yeah, flat is generally better. Flat is generally better to a point. Because like I was saying earlier, if you have a weapon, like let's say your character, he hits and he's doing 10, due to the scaling, he's doing 10 damage per hit. And then you just gave him a 500% increase. What is 500% of 10? Is that 50? Am I doing that right? %500 of 10 is 50, right? Cool. I got 500% increased void damage, but my base damage is 10. So 500% of that is 50 damage. Or if I already have 100 flat damage and I have 100% increase, that's 200 damage. So yeah, flat's good to a point, but if you can mix a whole bunch of flat with some percentage, that's where you're going to really see some massive gains, as opposed to a whole bunch of percentage with very little flat. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, right. We wanted to slam this out a couple times. No, let's slam it out once. Cooking with grease. There you go. There we go.
You finally found peace. Pity.
Those guys are so annoying.
I show no mercy.
Wall of nothing. Okay, I don't really think I'm going to be using these spears for much of anything. So, I'm going to leave them. Okay. We got 5 Gazes of Orbis. Oh, that's right. Defeating an Arbiter gives you 2. Sure.
I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Well, I'm grateful for the advice regarding the stat versus percentage doing more damage now. Oh, yeah, for sure. I got you, man. That's why, like, on your weapon, especially if you're playing, like, a melee build. Because if you're playing, like, a blaster build, percentage is pretty much the only thing you can go with unless you have a weapon that for some reason is giving you flat spell damage. Not very common, but with melee weapons, typically you want to try and get percentage on your gear, like right here, 55% increase void damage, 74% increase void damage, 80% increase void damage, and then on your weapon you're going to want to try and stack like flat melee damage. And then these right here are all gonna just increase it to the moon if you have a high base to start with. And Void Knight does this pretty easily, going back to Void Knight, because you can pick up 24 right here. You can 24 flat. You can pick up Critical Strike Multiplier, another important one. Increase melee damage. Well, that's a percentage, but I think you get what I mean at this point. You did your first 10k crit. There you go, Juan. So especially if you're building crit, you got to remember, yeah, flat is important. You can't see it right now, but let's move my face. Having, especially on a crit build, you start by default with 200% increased critical strike multiplier. So this is going to take all of your damage and then times it by 200% if you get a crit. So having a good critical strike multiplier can help as well. I wouldn't bend over backwards trying to get this. I wouldn't be giving up too much. I wouldn't be giving up flat for critical strike multiplier, but it can really make your build sing if you have a good source of critical strike multiplier and flat damage, along with like your other percentage increases. And then look at your skill tree. Because my build, I'm able to take advantage of these percentage increases that are more. You got to be careful because in last Epoch, they have 2 different terminologies. They have increased percentage and then they have more percentage. More multiplies with these modifiers first. You know, you follow PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, the type thing. If that's how you learn, that's how I learned. You're going to multiply stuff first before you add others. So all of these stats right here are going to multiply with these stats before they get times increased in percentage of the other ones. This game is crazy. And there we go. We're over 300 corruption. Let's fight the boss again. Let's see how well we do at 300 corruption as opposed to 170. There we go. It's actually worth it to kill those guys now. It's actually really worth it to kill those guys if you're fighting a Harbinger.
I show no mercy. Dodge this. Submit. Dodge this. Coward. Submit.
I cannot do that.
Dodge this. I show no mercy. You are nothing.
All right, yeah, flat crit chance versus percentage. Percentage is fine, but flat is generally king. Again, that's to a point. Like if you look right here. Oh, my face is in the way again. Let's move it right there. Am I going to try Ravaging Aura? Yeah, for sure, Coco. I'll definitely give Ravaging. Oh, you mean Ravaging? No, Ravaging Aura over here. Maybe. I'm not really a spell build though, Coco. I'm not really a spell build. I'm a melee build. If I have the scepter, I'll give it a try. We'll see what we can come up with. I when you said Ravaging Aura, I thought you were talking about the Disintegrating Aura, but okay. So going back here, yeah. So my crit chance right now is at 44%. I have a flat, like if we remove this, so we put it back on, right? It's only 9% increased melee critical strike chance, right? Right? And then you take it off. Wait, it went down to 16%. Shouldn't it have gone down by 9? No, yeah, because it's a base crit. So all my other crit modifiers here, here, and here are multiplying that. Yeah, for sure. Ravaging Aura could be interesting. So it scales with dot, scales with spells, scales with void. It does not scale with vitality. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, definitely not on this build. Holy. This one adds flat damage per point, but it doesn't have it scaled, and then that's a leech. Yeah, so you're going to want to stack a bunch of void spell and then dot. So yeah, the new scepter. The new scepter, Aberoth's command. Yeah, I'll try it when I have that. Not this. All this melee stuff that I got is not gonna do diddly squat for it. Okay, skill tree gives you spell. So renouncement allows your smite to scale with vitality, which will allow it to gain flat spell void damage per point of vitality, but it doesn't mention anything else. It just says smite. Right, because all your other spells already scale with vitality. Smite scales with attunement. You take 1 point here, bam. You're now scaling with you're now scaling your smite with vitality as opposed to attunement. And the nice thing about this one, it allows smite to gain flat 1 spell damage per 1 vitality. So if you got 90 vitality, that means you got 90 flat spell damage. Ho! Ho! But that only works with smite. Whereas if you go over here to Abyssal Echoes gains 2 flat spell damage per point of vitality. Nice, but it's a damage over time, so you can't really get it to crit. I mean, you can mess with the Abyssal Echoes tree. Devouring Orb is also the same thing. It gives 2 points. This one is actually can really make it worth it, because you can actually have Devouring Orb do like direct damage. You can have Devouring Orb crit, especially when it's going around you and the stuff. So I could definitely see that with Devouring Orb, just stacking a whole bunch of spell void damage, get some more void damage percentage multipliers. You get like some increase, like you can just be walking around scepter in the air, just voiding the entire map. Because I think, yeah, because smite, normally when you stack attunement, it's a percentage increase. It's not flat. That's why void smite is nuts if you build it right, because it gives it flat damage. What about I don't think Disintegrating Aura scales with vitality either. So I can see how that's a happy synergy with Ravaging Aura, especially if you have a lot of damage over time. Because normally it'd be difficult to use, because you'd want to use probably a Scepter or something that's going to give you flat spell damage. And normally Void Cleave is a two-handed weapon, whereas the new Scepter removes that. I should figure out which Harbinger drops that. Or is that like an Aberoth drop? I mean, if it's an Aberoth drops, rip. Well, I mean, not rip. It's just going to take me longer to get it. Not sure your MG. Oh, so you probably were already able to get your hands on one potentially. I don't know. How is MG, Coco? Wait, like after the recent, like, is it as dire as people have been saying because of the gold exploit? Is everything just super crazy expensive? Because I was thinking about going Merchant's Guild later on. I wanted to play Circle of Fortune again just to see how the new changes feel. Since I played Circle of Fortune last time in Power. It's mostly the meta stuff. So is Aberoth's command a considered a meta weapon? Or can you pick that up on the cheap? Oh, that's right. So if you've already maxed it out, since it comes later down the road, you got other people who have maxed out MG, but the majority haven't. So they're just trying to get rid of those high LP. Yeah. How much are the non-LP ones? I'd be curious. Yeah, I wonder how much the non-LP ones are because you know, Nemesis system, you know, they might technically be more valuable, you know, you never know what it'll be. You got yours for 10K. My God. That's what I'm talking about, Coco. Let's see, where do you get Aberoth's command? Last Epoch tools. What Harbinger drops it? Let's go Scepter. Let's go Unique. Aberoth's command drops from Aberoth and drops from the Harbinger of Defilement. Has a 10% drop chance up to 22% chance with increased rarity. Okay, so if you want this, it's better to go to... Okay, so eventually I'll probably want to try and get an Aberoth's command. I think it's funny, like, it drops from the Harbinger of Defilement at a 10% chance base. And then if you've increased your rarity, you know, you've pushed your corruption in the timeline, it goes up to 22%. Whereas on Aberoth himself, baseline for you has a 10% chance. For the host, if you're playing with other people, you have a 2% chance to gain Aberoth, to gain Aberoth's command. If you've taken down Aberoth in a party. Everybody except the host has a 2% chance. The host has a 10% chance. I mean, I guess if you got a bunch of keys, this would technically be faster. But if you got a stack of Glyph of Envies and you push to 400 corruption, bro.
Stand down. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I cannot do that.
Jeez, I couldn't get the combo off. Okay, so under armor, we'll stow that for now. Goes up to 16%. I wonder how much Wall of Nothing's going for. Yeah, I wonder how much Wall of Nothing's going for. This might become a meta item. I'm not sure. I mean, you get 60 ward per second. Yo, you couple this with like a Vessel of Strife. I could see it. Hey, what up, Cold Brew? So we unlocked Aberoth Cold Brew, and even though I didn't think I'd be ready, chat said go for it, so we tried them one time. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. I think we took him down, but the build needs a lot more work. I mean, we're already at a disadvantage being a melee build. But this crab rain actually ended up screwing me because I was trying to evade and I was like, oh, frick, I got the crab rain on. Crabs everywhere. No. Right, I got you. I got you. It's really tempting to play Legacy. You got to level. Yeah, you're already set. Are damage reflect builds viable? To be honest, I don't think I've ever heard of a single damage reflect viable build. But I'm going to be honest. I haven't paid attention to it because I've never really been into Thorn / damage reflect, hit me bro builds. I primarily like melee, big, unga bunga, big number, one punch man builds. Or really rapid, death by 1,000 cut builds that are all melee. I mean, that's also not entirely, universal. I do like my hammer builds on Sentinel. The Squirrels build was pretty fun on Beastmaster. Probably not. Probably not. It was fun, but I do get some like minion builds in general. They're not really my forte. What I typically do, Juan, or what I'm trying to do is once per cycle play a build that's outside, like play a class and a build that's outside my wheelhouse. That for cycle 1 was my outside my wheelhouse build. It was a minion build. I don't typically play minion builds. And then, I put out a guide like, hey, I'm playing Circle of Fortune. After 2 weeks, here's what I got. And that's pretty much the purpose of that video. That wasn't my build. I mean, obviously, I tweaked it slightly. I tried to stay close to the source material there. The wolves look cool? Yeah. Well, that's the cool thing with the helmet. It turns all your wolves into squirrels. I mean, it's just like the whole concept's fun. There are a few Wall of Nothing 1 LPs and legendaries for 10k. I gotcha. So it's probably not a meta one. Hey, yo, Coco, I actually really appreciate you looking that up for me, man. I was curious. You're like my trade guild liaison. That was the Beastmaster build that you looked up. I can demonstrate it to you in a second. I'm not gonna like load up my Beastmaster, but I'll tell you how it works. There's one particular unique. You cannot do the build without one particular unique. Right. A rune of creation, thanks. So I found one so far this season, and is really good. I found a 2 LP. This has a 0.46% base drop rate. Obviously, if you're playing at higher corruption, you have a higher chance of finding it. But this item in general, when you wear it, it gives you +3 to summon wolf. Excellent. On top of it, it changes all of your wolves into squirrels, and it gives you 2 squirrels per wolf that you have. You can have up to 5 wolves, so this gives you 10 squirrels, and they're pretty powerful. My main problem with minion builds is minions like to run all over the place, and sometimes you need them to focus on one target in monoliths. Against bosses, it's not that bad because generally there's one target. So they're already kind of focused on the boss anyway. This one was probably my favorite minion build I've played because there's so many of them. Because, you know, being a minion build, guess what? They're your damage. You're just kind of there for moral support. Hey guys, go team, go team. Yeah, that's kind of like how I feel playing as a minion build. Like, I'm the cheerleader. I'm the hype squad. Let's go, guys. Yeah. So, yeah. Wasn't the A key? Yeah, you can give them orders. You can command them. And then the moment they get there, guess what? They all start running around all over the place. Oh, yeah. I'm very well aware of that. But even if you tell them to target one area, they'll all run there and then they'll run away again. I had that happen so many times to me with I was playing the Golem Necromancer where you have like one golem. It was very evident there. Like where the golem is like your only source of damage and you got one and you've juiced the frick out of him. You tell him to move there, he'd move there. And then, you know, he might attack the guy there or he might run away. Yeah. Food the Primalist gave them is ADHD. I will say playing a minion build in last Epoch is certainly better, in my opinion, than Diablo. Because the only way you can even control your minions in Diablo is if you use the curse. Was it Decrepify? That kind of controls them. At least in this game, you do have a little bit more control. You don't always get a guarantee that they're going to stay right where you want them to. There's no, like, you know, RTS control where, you know, tell them to defend this location. There's nothing like that.
I cannot do that.
I'll take it. I mean, I might as well. You never know what you'll get.
Stand down or die.
Okay, so you have 514% increased. Oh, dude, Juan, thank you for the super chat. Thanks for all the help and stuff. Appreciate it greatly. You're very welcome. You're so very welcome, Juan. Thank you very much for the super chat. Yeah, and Juan, I'm always here for you, man. Well, assuming I'm live. Here, if you ever want to, I don't know if you do Discord. Hopefully the first of many to come from the community. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. We'll see if the bot... Yeah, there we go. If you ever want to join the Discord, I try to keep... to check in on it. The thing is, my workplace, the Wi-Fi, blocks Discord. Oh, and then there's the notification from the bot. You just super chatted. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. 2 LP fire starters. Nice. If I ever do my my paladin build, I'll be good to go. Okay, let's add a boots tab. Cool. I'm in the Discord. We'll annoy there from time to time. Yeah, like I said, I try to do my best to jump in there when I get off work, just because work blocks Discord.
I cannot do that.
Okay, do we got anything that we want to throw in there? Apathies. I guess we could throw Celestial Doom in there. Oh, you know what? I probably got a ton of frostbite shackles. No, Cold, you're in Legacy, right? Cold Brew. Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me. I like... yeah, no, like, you're not alone. Because, like, I get into, yeah. So I got into, I noticed ahead of time because I loaded in and I wanted to play my paladin, and then I realized none of the gear I was wearing I could use because it was all Merchant Guild, Circle of Fortune tagged gear, and when they transferred our characters over, none of our faction rep went over as well. So I'm like, great. And so I had to like put together all this gear. And then I noticed I wasn't getting any resistances from my Holy Aura. I'm like, why am I not? And I went and looked. Holy Aura had all 20 points in there. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I looked at my passive points. I'm like, wait, I got 0 passive points? Huh? Yeah. So I had to just find gear that didn't have any Circle of Fortune tags on it. Once you hit it, you can use it. Because I wanted to see how Smite and Ignite handled. So that was kind of annoying. I couldn't just go straight into Harbinger hunting. I had to go hit rank 5 or 6 or whatever. I think it was rank 6 to use all pieces of gear.
I cannot do that.
My window open. It's getting hot in here. Oh, not really. Until you're doing 0 damage. Right, yeah.
Stand down or die. Stand down or die.
Oh, I think the game froze. Yeah, the game froze. Yeah. Yeah, you got it, Coco. Here's to you, Coco. Let me throw some emotes in the chat for you. Yeah. I want you to do that. I want you to bring the pain. Here's some magic wizarding stuff. What else can we do for you? Okay. Give him, bon his head like that with the Taco Bell. What else? He's gonna see you and be like, "Oh my God, 9,000!" He's over 9,000. And then when you kill him, he's gonna be like, "Damn, son, where'd you find this? Hey, Tilron with the gifted sub. He gives it to Coco." Best of luck to you, Coco. Game crash. Yeah, Juan. And then I was hyping up Coco over here on Twitch. I was like spamming my emotes. I was playing all my channel. I was spending all my channel points. Yeah, game crashed. It froze.
Stand down or die. Yeah. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
I'm gonna grab some water. Be right back, chat. Actually, let's grab some juice. Be right back. Got him. Way to go, Coco Juan. When you get a chance, what is endurance and is it useful? Endurance is super useful if you're playing as a life-based build. Oh, so they've changed this. Oh, they've updated this UI. Oh. Okay. Wait, where am I getting the extra 10% endurance? Oh, I'm getting it from the gloves. That's right. That's right. Okay, so endurance, my dear Juan, is a damage reduction bonus. So when you're at 700, so when I fall to 738 health, my endurance threshold, this damage reduction bonus kicks in. And it only applies to damage against health. So if you have ward, endurance is not going to help you at all. Endurance only applies when when your health takes that much damage. So my endurance threshold 738. So when my health drops to 738, I get a 60% damage reduction bonus, so to speak. This only kicks in when I reach that threshold. You can only stack it to 60%. Does that make sense? So most ward builds don't build endurance just because you rarely will ever use it. Now, if you lose all your ward and then, like, let's say you have 1,000 health and then you draw, and like, let's say for melee builds, life-based builds in general, pretty much. So example would be, I'm fighting, my health takes a hit, I drop to my endurance threshold, I gain that 60% damage reduction as long as I'm in that threshold. Once I heal out of it, I lose the damage reduction bonus. It only kicks in when your health falls to that point, and it only applies to damage against your health. So even if your health falls low and you get like ward over it, so even if you're below your endurance threshold and then you gain like 5,000 ward, your endurance isn't going to help your ward at all. Things that do help your ward are your resistances and armor. Keep on getting that 20s. Appreciate it, man. You take care, bro. Appreciate the lurk. Level 98, chat. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah, he almost got me because he was stacking. He was a poison nemesis, and as a poison nemesis, he obviously stacks poison, puts poison stacks on me, and I don't have a way to cleanse poison at the moment. Normally, on your belt, you would want to have chance to 100% chance to cleanse.
Stand down or die. I cannot do that. Stand down or die. I cannot do that.
Rive build's super fun and it's half-ass put together. Okay, that's good to hear. I mean, Rive's always been super fun. I need these temporal sanctum keys. Everyone crying melee isn't viable. Leech is OP. Yeah, dude, Leech is nuts. It's probably because most melee builds are life-based, because you want to take advantage of that, and so then you're forced to stack health out the ass, and you're almost guaranteed to take a hit. And well, eventually there comes a point, even with all the endurance, critical strike avoidance or whatever, you can still get one shot. But I mean, that's what I live for, Cold Brew. I love melee. 70% of the builds I play are all melee. Alright, so I have a number of 1 LP Titan Hearts. If I can get a huge vitality dump on one of them. You've always been a melee guy too? Yeah, for sure.
I cannot do that. Stand down or die.
Oops. Never got a chance.
Stand down or die.
Yes. So you gain 98 passive points from leveling, and then you get 15 from the quests, the side quests in the campaign, giving you a total of 113 points at level 100.
Stand down or die. Stand down or die. I cannot do.
Ravenous Void. Laraka's Claws, 2 LP.
Stand down or die.
Let's do it.
Accepted. The void is all that is left.
You cannot do that.
Let the void take you.
I cannot do that.
Give us cause. Can't you hear? Darkness. God's Emperor. It was all for nothing. Accepted. The void is all that is left. Let the void take you. The abyss calls. Can't you hear it? God's Emperors, it was all for nothing. Accepted. The void is all that is left. Let the void take you. The abyss calls. Can't you hear it? This death is different. Am I free?
You finally found peace. Pity. Dodge this! Dodge this! I show no mercy! I show no mercy! Coward! Submit! Coward! Coward! I show no mercy! Submit! Dodge this! Submit! I am one of many.
I got plenty of these now. Plenty of the shields. Okay. Yeah, let's get some more echoes.
die.
Yes.
Stand down or die.
Yes. Take care.
Bless you, Pike. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'll be back again tomorrow. If you're over here on Twitch, we're gonna go ahead and raid the Curse, friend of the channel. Hope to see you guys again tomorrow. We'll be on the grind train. We're gonna try and optimize the build and hopefully be taking on Aberoth by near the end of the week. Thank you so very much for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the gifted subs. Yeah. Anyway, you guys take care. Say hi to Curse for us. All right, YouTube. Thanks for rocking with me today, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, Juan, thank you for the super chat. CJ, always good to see you here, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, Juan, that was my first super chat ever. Appreciate it. We got monetized on YouTube recently, so you know. Thanks for being the first one, man. Anyway, guys, we'll be back again tomorrow. You guys take care. Peace out.